This is a really long story, so for the one of you that's interested, I'm sorry, you'll have to be very patient as I tell this. This happened many decades ago when I was a missionary. We were at a zone conference, and a zone conference is when you have a whole bunch of missionaries get together for 3 or 4 hours to receive instruction and inspiration. And this was a big zone conference. There were probably 80 or 90 missionaries there. It was probably about half of our mission, which was up in Washington State. And there was a church leader that came, which was normal to have a church leader come from outside of the area, not our mission president, and to be there and visit with us and inspire us with a talk and this kind of thing. So, as was pretty common, this meeting started with missionaries telling success stories. And of course, the idea was, if you were a missionary and you heard someone else sharing a success story, it would, encourage you and inspire you. So the missionary went up there and he basically told a story like this. He said, "I was new to an area and my companion was Elder Stock." And Elder Stock was there in the zone conference. I said, "My companion was Elder Stock," and I said, "Elder Stock, do we have anybody to teach?" And Elder Stock said, "No, unfortunately, we're not teaching anybody right now. We don't have a lot of contacts to work with." And so this is again this missionary telling the story. Says, so I asked Elder Stock, "Do we have any notes or records of people that showed interest in the church within the last month or two?" And so Elder Stock gave me the binder, and I looked through the notes. And one name kind of stood out to me. It was a woman's name, and she had received a Book of Mormon, a month or two ago. And I asked Elder Stock about her, and Elder Stock said, "Well, she's kind of crabby," which is spelled C-R-A-B-B-Y. "She's kind of crabby, but I support the idea of going over there and checking on her again." And so as the missionary continued to tell the story, as you would expect, what happened is they went over there and visited with this lady again, and she was eventually listened to the missionaries and got baptized, a member of the church. So that was the story this missionary told, and then he went and sat down. And so it was 2 or 3 hours later in the meeting, and we have songs and all kinds of stuff in the meeting, but eventually this church leader that came through, he gives a very long talk that encourages us and inspires us and instructs us and everything. And he was talking about how important it is as a missionary to love your investigators. Obviously, if you have genuine love for them and concern for them, this is going to help you do a better job communicating, and they'll feel your love and all this kind of thing. So as he's saying this church leader remembers that story that had been told, earlier in the zone conference, and he says, "What did the missionary say?" Oh, by the way, I have to tell you that this church leader was from another country and was not a native English speaker. So again, the church leader is up there talking, and he remembers this story from a couple hours early, and he says, "What did the missionary say? That the investigator was crap? Maybe the missionary is crap." Now, it was so funny because I felt so bad for the Elder Stock who was there, because again, Elder Stock had said that this lady was crabby, meaning, maybe she was in a bad mood or kind of argumentative or something. He never said that she was crap. He didn't say that she was crap, C-R-A-P. But this church leader, either because he was sitting too far away or was from another country and so, didn't know the English word, he thought that the missionary had said that the investigator was crap. And so that necessarily upset him. So it was just I'm not saying this to criticize the missionary or the church leader. Is just, I don't know, something that at the time was super funny, and I've thought about it a lot, and I've told that story a lot over the years.